I'm Jubba White, and I'm inviting you to join me in conversation with DJ Lopo on the Candid Convo Show, seeing where we'll be talking about music and my journey. Seeing if I had the world, I'd give it to you, yeah. So yeah, come join and be a part of our world. Seeing Jubba White representing.
We play tonight. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another one of them candid conversations in here. Blessed, we're feeling like we're the big man's favorite Sunday where the blessings is overflowing. Listen, we're still on that reggae tip heavy, yeah. We're still on that reggae tip heavy. Black History Month, the Bob Marley movie is out. I know you. By the time you get this, you'll have watched the thing. It's all good vibes. It's all big vibes. Yeah. Yes, sir. Welcome to the show, my brother. How are you keeping? You all right?
I'm doing good. You know what I mean? I'm currently in Oregon and it's the winter season.
Ah.
So yeah. So it's not snowing currently,
Mm-hmm.
but it's been raining. But guess what? We give thanks for all four seasons
Same way, still.
because
We give thanks,
yeah
yeah.
man, yeah man, yeah man, yeah man.
Definitely. Now talk to me, right? Obviously Jamaican descent, born and growing, jump down. How was it, and how was it your formative years, and how did we get here with this musical journey? Just give us a little background.
Yeah, well I was born and raised in Clarendon, which is the south central of the
Mm,
island. Did elementary school there, did high school. And so the journey started, I'd say, probably or most likely in the womb.
mm,
My mom, as
mm,
soon as I guess I was, like came up, you know,
mm.
to that point where I could remember things, know my memory, you
Okay.
know, brought me back to the years my mom would be around the house,
Mm,
doing her chores, if I want to call it that. She was a housewife, but she also worked. And
mm.
whenever she was around the home, taking care of things, she
Right.
would always be singing.
Mm,
If she was in the kitchen, if she was outside planting
mm.
flowers or her herbs and stuff, she was always singing at the top of her voice. So
Okay.
maybe as early as 3, 4, 5 years old,
Mm.
I was already hitting on pots and pans and and kind of replicating her vibration by singing on top of my
Right.
voice too. Yes, so I'd
Right.
have to say started in the womb, and as
Mm,
early as a toddler, I
mm,
was exercising the
mm.
same things, what I mean. So yeah, that's where it started.
That's that. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
beautiful
man,
thing. You're saying
definitely.
when mom was making ackee and saltfish and them thing there,
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
chanting and singing, and that time like you're right, okay. Before the Kalaloo get ready, my man is
See, see.
over. All right. I
I,
see.
I, I, maybe some of my singing was, what? Cook some
Mm.
dumpling and banana.
Right,
Yeah, man.
right.
So we have some steamed and sweet potato.
Mm-hmm,
You don't know.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So that was the beginning of the journey, and I also, I kind of was raised in the church.
Ah,
My parents, you know, um, were like foundation members of, the church where we went to. And
okay.
so as young as 8 years old, I
You're
was
the
already
Sunday
like
school choir.
I was already the drummer of the church.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was already, that little youngster that, was singing. And them have a thing called rally that them used to keep where,
Mm.
if you have talent, if you go up on the stage, you go sing and you do well,
Mm.
people would throw down some money and say, we want to hear
Ah,
it one more time.
right, right, right.
And so, my confidence, I think, grew as a
Mm.
result of, being able to stand in front of familiar faces and did
Mm-hmm.
what I really was fond of and loved doing, which
Mm.
was music.
That's
So I give a lot of credit to, that part of the
that
journey,
that part of your
for,
life, and
yeah, man.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
because they
man.
say we are product of our environment, and if that's what it was, it was like
Yeah,
they were pouring into you, they were pouring into you like all this season.
exactly.
Then that's a beautiful thing,
Exactly.
brother, and that's why
Yeah,
maybe
man.
like at the risk of no, I don't want to sound old. That's when I look at me picnic, I'm like, man, Yala is missing too much. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
from one gadget to the next, mother. You
For
see
real,
them ones
man.
there. I'm like,
For
yo,
real, man.
you could be out, you could be making friends, social skills, you could be doing all this really, you know what I mean? But hey, man, like I said, at the risk of sounding old, I don't want to do that. So from 8, you're doing all this. 8, you're playing the drum and you're singing in
Yeah,
church, and
yeah,
and then it's a slow progression, right? All the
yeah,
way
man.
through. So you basically it's in you, and you that's your lifestyle. It's not like something,
Yeah,
you know what
man.
I mean? Right.
Yeah, man.
So I'm wondering, right? Being that your parents were all Christians and all that, foundation
Mhm.
Christians, that means not a lot of reggae music was playing in the house then.
Well, you know what the radio was on,
Mm.
and it's like they never really, there wasn't much filtering because there was not a lot to filter based on the fact that what was being played. It's not like now in the internet age where, we're open and susceptible to,
Yeah,
regardless of your age, you're open and susceptible to anything because it's open format kind of situation, with the internet. With radio, when we were listening to, national radio back then, and there were not many options either. It
yeah. I
the
remember the
programs
day.
were yeah, the programs were curated, for family
For
setting.
family, yeah,
You know,
it was the
yeah,
best. Yeah, they were programmed for family consumption,
yeah,
basically.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
I remember
And
them days.
so, yeah, man. And so there wasn't any need for much filtering,
Mm,
and so yeah, I heard reggae music. I heard a lot of reggae music.
mm,
And then my siblings, also, which is one of the reasons why I covered, my most recently released single, is
mm.
because that artist, Dennis Brown, is the crown prince of reggae,
Oh yeah,
was the
yeah.
the favorite artist of my siblings growing up. So they had records around, you know what I
Wow.
mean? And so, yeah, I mean, I was, hearing reggae music. I was hearing jazz music on Sundays,
Mm-hmm,
because back then during Sundays there was a program, that
mm-hmm,
would play a lot of jazz and contemporary, music. So I was open to a lot of things. And, if we look at how, where Jamaica is located geographically, it's in a very strategic location where we are getting a lot of what's coming out of the
oh,
US, right?
yeah,
But
yeah,
then
yeah, yeah,
there's also Cuba, only
yeah,
90 miles away from Kingston.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
our airwaves, had different influences, coming through. So
Wow.
yeah, reggae was a big part of, my
You're growing
development.
up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah,
And,
man.
and to be precise, like you just said, which would have been my next question, like Dennis Brown was on heavy rotation in your house.
Oh, yeah, man. Dennis Brown was on every rotation. And, when you have older siblings,